The Health Secretary has championed a scheme trialled in Greenwich as the way forward for caring for the elderly. With the huge challenge of meeting the needs of an ageing population, Jeremy Hunt believes the social care being delivered in the London Borough is the best way to provide out-of-hospital care. Our political editor, Tim Donovan, has the story.
It's a pooling of thinking as well as resources which the Health Secretary says he wants to see. A way of tailoring the right care to the right people. The Borough of Greenwich is one of the first places to see emergency response teams intervening early to try to prevent unnecessary hospital visits and allocating patients named professionals to prevent repetition or duplication among agencies.
We need to give them joined up care where there's one point of contact, where they know who's responsible for their care, where we're preventing problems arising, not waiting for them to fall critically ill and have to be carted to A&E at the middle of the night.
Philip's partner died recently. He lost his job and suffered depression, but he says one key worker coordinating his health and other needs made all the difference.
I'm the sort of guy who doesn't want to go, I hate hospitals or anything like that, and if it can be avoided, then I will avoid it at all costs. On the other hand, I felt so low, but having the contact there and it helped me get back on my feet.
The government claims this can save money through less pressure on hospitals, but some campaigners for better healthcare in the area say it can't work without more money injected to smooth the transition.
It's experimental, this initiative at the moment. I say we should be putting new money into these experiments to find out what really works, and only when we know what works we can start to reduce the hospital sector, because it's destabilising to just take funds. We've already got an NHS which has not got enough funds.
He says it has, and it's just a question of finding better ways of using that money. The people of South East London are about to find out. Tim Donovan, BBC London News.
Well, Tim also spoke to the Health Secretary about planned closures for accident and emergency departments in the capital's hospitals. He asked Jeremy Hunt if he would step in and stop the closure of the A&E in North West London.
Well, let's look at what's happening in North West London, because the local GPs who are in charge of the health budget in North West London have put together a plan that will give North West London some of the best out-of-hospital care in the country. They're going to employ 800 more people to do out-of-hospital care. Every single vulnerable older person will have a named GP who's responsible for them. GP surgeries are going to be open on Saturdays and Sundays. They're doing all the things that mean that older people will get better care. They're also, within that, making absolutely sure that emergency care is there for people who need it. And so I don't think we should be didactic about which model is right for which part of the country.
But how can you close an A&E in one part of London when the supposed alternative is not up to scratch, is already stretched, can't take the extra patients?
Well, they have given absolute assurances that the alternatives will deliver what's necessary. I know they're in the process of increasing capacity.
Jeremy Hunt speaking to our political editor, Tim Donovan. One of London's most senior police officers